Pinterest can be an incredible traffic source and customer generator, but you can waste a lot of time if you don't have a thoughtful Pinterest content strategy. And that's exactly what we'll develop in this video. Coming up. In this video, we're going to cover what you should be putting on Pinterest, the different types of pins or formats, what results to expect from each of these types of pins, and where do branded pins fit into your strategy. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to answer one of the most common questions I get asked. When is it appropriate to pin other people's content? Let's start with what should you put on Pinterest? Well, obviously things people are searching for on Pinterest. Now you might be tempted to go to your Google Analytics and say, wow, this is a post that's performing great on Google. I'm gonna put it on Pinterest. Now the thing is, people aren't always searching for the same thing on Pinterest as they are on Google. This is why it's really important for you to do your keyword research on Pinterest so you can find out exactly what people are looking for. The next type of content that you should be pinning on Pinterest is content that helps you reach your goals. So maybe you have a high performing lead magnet that really converts people into subscribers. That would be a great thing to promote on Pinterest. Next, you want to make sure that you have enough content to fill your boards. If you only have one blog post to pin to a board, it's going to look repetitive. And guess what? That's a spammy experience for the pinner, and that's not what Pinterest wants. You've got three choices here. One, don't put it on Pinterest. It's not ready yet. Two, you can actually go deeper on that topic and create more pins and more pieces of content to fill that board. Or three, you can use other people's pins, and I'll be getting into that later in this video. Next, let's talk about the different types of pins. These are the ways that your content can be packaged and presented on Pinterest. The first type is the regular pin. This is like your regular post on any other platform. It's either one still image or multiple still images combined in a carousel that the users can then pan through. These are going to be your main traffic drivers. The next pin type are video pins. Video pins are great for increasing engagement, but it's really difficult to get traffic with video pins. And here's why. On a standard pin, users are used to clicking the pin to visit the site. But here's what happens on a video pin. They click it and it pauses, and they click it again and it plays, and they click it again and it pauses, and they get really frustrated, and so they say, you know what, I really want to find out more about this idea, so I'm just going to save it to my board, and they don't go to your site. In order for a pinner to visit your video pin, they have to click on the title or the description of the video pin. But here's the thing, it's not obvious that those are hyperlinks. They're not blue, they're not underlined. If you want to use it to drive traffic, experiment with creative calls to action that help the pinner know how they can actually click and get more information. Story pins are the third way to present your content on Pinterest. Story pins can be a mix of video and still images. You can actually create them within Pinterest and add text overlays and do editing right in the app. Here's the thing with story pins. There's no link. They're not intended for people to go and visit your site. Pinterest wants story pins to inspire the pinner to take action directly from the platform without having to visit your site. Now you might be asking, well, geez, how does this help my business if they don't actually come over to my site? Well, there's a few things you can do. Story pins are a great way to drive up engagement on your account. And when that engagement is high, that helps everything else on your account perform even better. Consider some creative ways to drive up engagement, but also to encourage those pinners to visit your site after they've consumed your story pin. Here are a couple ideas. Use a link shortener to create an easy to remember link that users can type into their browser after consuming your story pin. Or maybe you ask them to screenshot a really compelling part of the story pin that gives them instructions on how to go deeper. You can also encourage users to click on your profile name, and from there they can visit your website. The next thing to consider are your resources and the pin mix. It's important to have a mix of different pin types. You might be tempted to say, well, standard pins that are still images are really easy to make, so I'm gonna make a lot of those. Here's the thing, Pinterest has announced that they are actually trying to serve a mix of pin types in the feed. So if you're only using one type of pin, you're not using all of the opportunities to reach your customer. Now, how much of each pin type, the ratio is gonna depend on your resources and your goals. At the time of recording this video, video pins and story pins are being artificially boosted in the feed because these are new features to Pinterest. So if you make video pins and story pins, they're gonna show up at the top of the feed. Next, let's talk about how important branding is on your pins. And this is great for something like your Instagram feed where you want things to look cohesive. But here's the thing, your pins live on different surfaces next to other people's content. Let's say that someone does a search and your pins come up. People are gonna start to disregard them because they all look similar, so they think they all are the similar type of content. This is really evident in the home feed. Let's say they get served pin A and that's branded and it looks beautiful. But then a little further down as they scroll, they get served pin B that's branded in the same way. Guess what? They think it's the same pin, so they ignore it. So when you create lots of different types of pin designs, presenting that same information in a different way on Pinterest graphically, it helps the pinner be engaged. Now it's time for the piece de resistance, the thing you've all been waiting for. Should you be pinning other people's pins? There was this belief that if you pinned other people's content, that would help your account perform overall, and that's not true. The first thing when pinning other people's content is to make sure that it helps your business. Don't fall into that trap of thinking that pinning relevant content is going to attract your ideal audience. And you risk attracting an audience that's really not interested in what you have to offer in your business. The other challenge with other people's content is that you have to vet it. There's a lot of spam and stolen content on Pinterest, and you don't want to be pinning that to your account and sending your followers to some site that has really yucky ads. Pinning other people's content muddies your overall account analytics because now how their content performs is all mixed in with how your content is performing. Now you might be considering using other people's content as a form of collaboration. Maybe you sell baby jewelry and your friend sells baby booties and you're like, hey, we have a similar audience. We can pin each other's content and help each other's content perform better. But here's the thing, that level of collaboration can be done with a group board without you pinning each other's content. Now, there are times that it is really appropriate to pin other people's content, but they are rare and they need to be used extremely strategically. As soon as you pin their pin, guess what? Analytics turns on and you can see how that pin performs on your account. You can get insight as to how people are interacting with it. Another reason to pin other people's content is to pre-seed a board with content. So Pinterest uses the board to figure out, hey, what is this pin about when you pin your pins to it? So you can use other people's highly optimized, high-performing pins to get that board growing and going and let Pinterest know what the board is about. That way, when you're ready to pin your content to the board, Pinterest is already ready to go and knows exactly what to do with your pin. But I want to give you a word of caution here when you're pinning other people's content. Be careful not to spend too much time doing this because every pin that you pin from someone else is sending traffic away from you. So how do you get traffic to your pins? Well, you've got to optimize them. So check out our playlist right here where we have all our videos that are going to help you optimize your pins. I'll see you in the next one.